Good evening, Eastern Connecticut. I'm Megan Saunders. Lately, as I've been perusing the internet, checking out my favorite online hotspots like Elite Daily, BuzzFeed, and my general Instagram feed, I've been coming across some interestingly bizarre fashion subcultures. Let me describe a few of them for you. The most important ones. Lately, the first one we have is the basic bitches, who literally enjoy long walks through Target in their VS yoga pants and Uggs while sipping their non-fat skinny soy whip PSLs. Their fave pastime is literally eye-canting on their iPhone 6s while watching Sex and the City. Next, we have lumbersexuals. Lumbersexuals are those men who, when they are wearing any shirt at all, choose to wear flannels and sport amazingly well-groomed beards. You can generally find them in their natural habitat in any forest, and they're often spotted with axes slung over their shoulders. Other ridiculous fashion subcultures are bronies. Bronies are grown men who worship My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and there's even such thing as a lobstersexual. Lobstersexuals are essentially lumbersexuals and fishing waders. Fashion subcultures like these are surprisingly not a new phenomenon. The 1950s had the teddy boys, the 60s had hippies, and 90s had grunge. But in the 21st century, it appears the fashion subculture arena has exploded. But why? The internet has given people an outlet to explore who they really are. The internet has safe havens for any interest, and with every safe haven, there's a store where you can buy its apparel. I don't know if I should be happy that people have an easier time discovering who they are, or if I should be upset that everyone feels the need to be labeled. Labeling themselves instills a feeling of belonging within these individuals. My generation was raised alongside the internet. It was an extremely transitional period for technology and the youth. Social media was invented and started fulfilling some intrinsic need humankind didn't know we even had. Social media brought an immense dispersal of ideas and created a community for the like-minded. These subcultures arose from negative feelings social media brought on. People began to seek out an internet community for support, and somewhere along the way, it spilled over into real life. I guess this could be a testament to how powerful the internet is. For such a vast, limitless space, there's a sense of community that can be formed through this intangible society. It's profound. I'm happy people, including myself, can find a space to belong in. But creating virtual cliques that cause labeling and judgments in real life is detrimental to social society. It causes these specific groups to be isolated by dissimilar groups, and before we know it, we're all back in high school. We're only hanging out with people who are exactly like us. I don't care if you identify with C-punk or gutter punk, health goth or cyber goth, normcore or nerdcore, I'm glad that you find your niche online. But don't let your insecurities about not belonging spill over into real life. Everyone is different and unique in a way that is perfect for them. You should accept and embrace differences and experience new interests. Not seclude yourself to only like-minded interests. You're all wonderful and perfect just the way you are. For ETV News, I'm Megan Saunders. Take it easy, Eastern, and have a wonderful, magical weekend.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Bowl.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
This past Monday, Pride Alliance had their Love is a Drag event held in the BTR. This event was filled with glitz and glamour. There were 2 drag queen performances named Veronica Midnight and Victoria Adams. This occasion was emceed by Eastern's own drag queen, Ophelia. Students helped themselves to pizza and refreshments. Some even got involved in the show by dancing on stage with one of the queens during her actual performance. Before letting the audience take photos with them, the queens thanked the audience by saying, quote, "We get to do what we love because of you," end quote. Pride Alliance meets on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. in the Student Center, room 217. All members and allies are welcome to attend.
On Wednesday, March 4th, males had their first annual males auction. The Gentlemen of Males participated in a cultural display, talent, and question portion during the night. The cultural modeling showed off the gentleman's heritage. The talent part of the night was filled with different acts, ranging from a couple's dance performance to an emotional slam poem. During the questions portion, the cultural modeling showed off the gentleman's heritage. During the questions segment, a few gentlemen got tongue-tied, but made it for a comedic take on some questions more on the serious side. The bids on the gentlemen at the end of the night ranged from $5 to $30. All in all, the event was a success, and males were able to raise funds for charity, all while putting on a fun-spirited event.
On Tuesday, March 10th, the Pride Room will be hosting a musical duo, My Gay Banjo. The duo consists of Eastern's own Taylor and Julia Steele Allen, playing a mix of what they call homespun gay duets and the occasional queered up mashup. The country duo will be in the Cafe Student Center at 7 p.m. and refreshments will be served. The band has released 3 albums which can be streamed at mygaybanjo.com. Be sure to grab some friends and come out and enjoy this nice performance.
Do you wish you could go back to your childhood and enjoy all the things you had in the 90s? Well, your wish is CAB's command. Tonight from 8 to 10 in the Student Center, CAB is hosting Throwback Thursday, where you can enjoy snacks and prizes from the 90s. On top of that, you can enjoy a photo booth with friends, make sand art, sing karaoke, and even find out your future with some fortune tellers. Be sure to stop by this event and enjoy some blasts from the past.
This past Friday, Friday After Dark had their Paint It with Fad event, where students were invited to come participate in a step-by-step demo given by an artist from Carey Art Studio and Gallery. ETV's Yvonne Pineda has more on the story. Let's see it.
Hello everyone, I'm Yvonne Pineda and we're here in the BTR where the Paint It with Fad event is taking place. Let's go see what it's all about. At this event, Fad brought in Carey Art Studio from Willimantic, Connecticut to start off paint night. Students were able to follow instructions from the artist, or they had the option to paint whatever they wanted. They also painted while enjoying snacks and listening to music. We spoke with Chris McNabo to tell us more about the studio and gallery.
We opened 4 years ago in May, and it originally started as an opportunity for an artist named Carey to have a place to paint and to show her work. And we decided that we had enough space there that we could invite other artists in to show their work too. So we have a show going all year long.
Wow.
Every 6 weeks we change the artists, and we get a variety of artists, whether they're photographers or painters or silkscreener or any kinds of artwork we're showing.
Carey Art Studio is located on Main Street in Willimantic, Connecticut. They host events such as Color Uncorked, where creative minds, for a low price, can come together and be given professional artist instructions. They are welcome to bring their favorite beverages and snacks. You can check out careyquirk.com for tickets and more information. At this event, we spoke with FAD coordinator Hatef Alavi to tell us about upcoming FAD events.
We have upcoming events on March 28th, I believe it is. It's the March Madness, where we are showing one of the major tournaments in the NCAA tournament in the cafe, where we have pizza and wings coming in every hour. And our last event of the semester is going to be held on April 18th, which is called the 80s roller skating theme night, which is going to be held here in the BTR.
We hope students explore their creative sides at the Paint It With Fad. Make sure to check out Eastern's online event calendar for more information on upcoming activities. As always, I'm Yvonne Pineda for ETV News. Stay amazing, Eastern.
Thanks for that, Yvonne. It seems as though everyone that attended had a really great time.
Next Monday, musician and former pre-draft selection of the Tampa Bay Devils Rays, Brett Young, will be gracing the stage in the Student Center Cafe. Young has shared the stage with some of music's biggest pop act, including Colby Calais to Katy Perry, along with his music being featured on such shows as MTV's The Real World and Courtney and Kim Take New York. The event starts at 8 and it's free for the students. This Saturday at 5 p.m., the West Indian Society will be hosting the Caribbean Pageant. This is a pageant to crown who best represents Caribbean characteristics and values. This event will take place at Schaefer Hall at 5 p.m. and will continue until 10 p.m. Admission is free and this event is open to all of the public, and good luck to all competing. One of the best parts about spring semester is the spring concert. Last Friday, CAB announced that the spring concert artist will be T-Pain. T-Pain is an R&B singer with many hits such as Buy You a Drink and Bartender. The concert will be held in the Geisler Gymnasium at 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 26th. Tickets will go on sale on March 30th. This event is open to all of Eastern students and the public. On April 9th at 3 p.m., the Hillel Club is hosting a Purim Carnival. Purim is a Jewish holiday that celebrates the Jews' triumph over those who are persecuting them. The holiday is celebrated with costumes, games, food, and prizes. The carnival will be a fun and relaxed celebration of life, so don't miss out. The event is free to all students and will be in the Student Center Cafe. Are you a big fan of The Wizard of Oz? Have you ever been to an event that celebrates the land of the Munchkins? Well, you're in luck. Eastern's Campus Activity Board will be hosting a Wizard of Oz themed event in the Student Center lobby on March 12th from 12 to 2 p.m. There will be cool prizes and fun activities, so it's an event that you don't want to miss. Have you ever been on a speed date? I know I haven't, but on March 12th, students have the ability to engage in a dating game style program in which they answer questions about one another and about living preferences for next year. This will be hosted by R.A. Melanie, and now we are actually here with Matt Malillo with this week's weather update. Matt, what's the weather for us?
Good evening and welcome to ETV's 5-day forecast. Now let's see what's happening outside. Today was a high of 28 and a low of 4. There was actually some snow flurries today with a little bit of rain, so it got really slushy out there. So I hope you all drove safe. Tonight it's actually going to get a little icy out there, so if you're out there driving, please drive slow and cautiously. Coming around Friday is going to be a high of 31 with a low of 12. It's actually going to be partly sunny skies. Hopefully the sun will come out more and get rid of some of this snow and melt it away. Coming around Saturday, it's going to be a high of 37. Like I said last week, here comes that summer weather. So let's cool down that hot cocoa, break out that iced tea, and get some fresh squeezed lemonade out there because I'm ready to go out and hit the beach. Come around Sunday, here comes some more sun. I am so excited for this sun. I am so sick of all this snow and this cold. It's going to be a high of 40 with a low of 27. Coming around Monday, it's going to be a little breezy, but look at that. More sun behind those clouds. Let's go with this sun. Everybody pray for sun. I want this snow gone by next week. That's going to be a high of 38 and a low of 20. All throughout the weekend, though, there's going to be probably 20 to 30% precipitation, mostly sunny. And that's all I have for you here tonight, though. And we'll be right back after these messages with Nick Akinfor and this exciting week in sports.
Time to wake up.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks.
Got the job. Welcome aboard.
Have a good first day at work, Mom. Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Danse, balance la cadence, on lève bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou, ton
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
I'm Nick Akinfor with this week's sports update. The men's basketball team for Eastern Connecticut hosted Southern Maine last Tuesday, and they won the game. Then they took on Keene State in the semifinal this past week. On Friday, Eastern Connecticut was at home against Keene State, where they struggled throughout the entire game. Tom Doyle and Keene State jumped out to a 21-6 lead 8 minutes into the game. By halftime, it looked like Eastern Connecticut had no shot. However, in the second half, they came out early, cutting the lead to a 61-57 game. But it wasn't enough. The Warriors only scored 1 point in the next 10 minutes as the Owls went on to win the game 83-61. The Owls moved on to Saturday and won the Little East Conference title, which put them in this year's NCAA tournament. In terms of Little East Conference awards, Coach Geithner was awarded Coach of the Year, Tarshy Brown Rookie of the Year, and Hugh Lindo, Trayshawn Preston, and Tarshy Brown were named to the first team All-Conference. Eastern Connecticut will travel to Trinity in Hartford this Friday and take on Salisbury. A win would place them in the second round game on Saturday. It's been a long journey for the seniors on the Eastern Connecticut women's basketball team, but their time finally came. After defeating Keene State Saturday in the semifinal of the Little East Conference tournament, the Warriors hosted UMass Boston in the title game. Let's go to the highlights. Eastern Connecticut and UMass Boston getting ready for this one. Eastern never won a title game on their home floor. Let's get things going right into the second half. Olivia Murphy for Boston puts it up and in, and then Tajay Burston is found in the corner. She knocks down the three-pointer. Boston on an 8-0 run, a timeout was taken. Then Jordan Nappy came out. Her first three, good. They find Nappy again. Her second three is good. They continue to find the sophomore guard, Nappy. Her third three-pointer is good. Lauren, do you have some butter in the studio? Because Nappy is on a roll. Her fourth three-pointer is good. They're going to find her one more time. Here's Jordan Nappy for her fifth three-pointer in the second half. She knocks it down. Then we go to the call game. Eastern leading by 3. Murphy has it. They try to find Geary. They didn't find her. Now they find it up top. Nelson out. Geary, a deep three. She hit it! Geary hit the three! Eastern has it for a last shot. McBride brings it up. They want to bring it over. Here's Forsman. Forsman driving, puts it up. She can't finish. 3 seconds. Boston has it. 2. Geary gets it up, throws it up. She almost hit it. We're going to overtime. Joe Willimantic, Forsman, a three-pointer. She hits it. Hey, where's Jordan Nappy been? Oh, there she is. Another three-pointer. That's her 6th. She'll get one more shot at it here. She knocks down the shot, and then we go to the call of the game as Eastern wins it.
I'd say no.
Can't hit the second one. It's rebounded. And they have to get it up the floor. Geary throws it up. It's over. Eastern Connecticut will dance. They're the champions of the 2015 Little East Conference.
When you came into the game, did Coach tell you anything about maybe trying to get open? Because you guys didn't get much going, but once you started getting going, the whole team followed you right behind you.
Well, the first half wasn't very well, and then at halftime she was like, "You're going to be on fire, you're going to be on fire." She just kept repeating it to me, putting it in my head that I'm going to have a good second half, so that gave me confidence to start out and come out well. And then when I made my first shot, I was just feeling it. Just Taylor was feeding me, and the team was just giving me the ball, so I felt really good about the second half, and I'm glad that it ended up working out like this for us.
Jordan is one of the most composed players I've ever played with. She keeps her cool no matter what is going on in the game. I trust her so much to make whatever shot. She could be shooting from half court and I'll trust her. And she just played amazing today. You know, I expected that out of her because she's such a great player.
What was Coach telling you guys in the huddle?
She said they have to fall eventually. You know, they're playing zone. We got to keep shooting. We got to stay confident. And Jordan started hitting, and we fed off that with our energy, and it brought us to where we are right now.
That's a Jordan Nappy we know. And hey, better late than never. I'm glad she came out there. The shot she took was, I was literally blacking out. I had to sit down because I was screaming so loud. I couldn't believe it.
Just an amazing ride. I mean, I'm so proud of our senior class, and just going from when they won 8 games and didn't even make the conference tournament to now being the regular season champion and the conference champion and punching their bid to the NCAA tournament. I couldn't be prouder of a group of young women, and I think to do something that actually in the storied history of our program has never been done, to win the tournament on our home floor, was an amazing experience. And obviously I give a lot of credit to UMass Boston. They gave us everything we could handle. They were a great team. They were very classy in sportsmanship, and it was just a really huge battle, and I just think at the end our kids were just a little bit tougher.
With the win, Eastern qualified for the NCAA tournament. The Warriors travel to Pennsylvania to take on nationally ranked Scranton in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Lesean Mccoy has been one of the premier running backs in all of football for the past few years. Well, I'm not sure if his team, or should I say his former team, feels the same way. The Eagles traded McCoy to the Bills Tuesday. Once ESPN reported the news, social media blew up. No one seemed to understand the reasoning for the trade. The Eagles received linebacker Kiko Alonso in return. Sticking to football, quarterback Peyton Manning will take a $4 million pay cut. Peyton took the pay cut to help the team in this year's free agency. I don't blame him. The free agency market features some names such as Frank Gore, Ndamukong Suh, Julius Thomas, DeMarco Murray, Randall Cobb, and many more. It should be fun to see what teams make an aggressive push and a splash in this year's market. Alex Rodriguez singled in his first at bat this spring training. Congrats, A-Rod. Now let's see how you do as the year goes on. In more interesting news, Giancarlo Stanton will wear a face guard attached to his helmet this season after being hit in the face last year. Stanton, who signed a $325 million contract over the offseason, is predicted to be one of the league leaders in home runs and RBIs this season. Meanwhile, most teams are already playing their first games in spring training. All we could do now as New Englanders is pray for some sun and warm weather. That's all for sports. I'm Nick Akinfora.
And that's it for this week's show. If you want to see more episodes, make sure to check out the ETV YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week. Good night and stay amazing, Eastern.
Have a good night.